Communications era, brought upon us by satellites, lasers, fiber optics, microprocessors, and metals for the transfer of information, ideas.
Boo, and welcome to another episode of Into the Minds of Madness, a special episode of Into the Minds of Madness. I am here, your horror aficionado, Chris Dicker, and there is no scaredy cat. I have a substitute. I wouldn't say scaredy cat.
I was pretty scared, so...
Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair. Seasoned listeners will recognize this voice from two of the worst movies we've ever watched.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Somehow, I hope to redeem myself with this episode. We watched Feast, we watched Bloody New Year. It's my very good mate, Logan Earl.
Hello.
Hello.
Applause. Wait, you gotta throw an applause sound in there.
Yeah, I'll find something really cheesy. Nice, and they won't even know. We'll cut this bit out.
Yeah, that's the way. Hello. Yeah, thanks for... I can't believe... it's good that we watched this and it was actually a good film. But the last two times, hey, you want to be on the podcast, man? We'll just watch this. Awesome. It was fucking shit.
Yeah, you just wanted to end yourself after those
all
two.
I did was bitch the entire time.
Yeah, you just hated it.
Yeah.
To explain quickly, Paul is away in Melbourne at the moment, enjoying a little break, I guess.
Having a holiday.
I guess another one. He gallivants. He enjoys. He's got the, what do you call it? Wanderlust.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, I needed a co-host. Who else? Who better than Logan? And to redeem myself with I think third time lucky.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's not like I don't dislike horror movies. Horror movies are great.
Yeah, you kind of introduced me to horror movies in a way.
But I never got to watch them. So it's like even now, like my girlfriend, fiance. Oh shit.
Oh. Adult.
Yeah. My fiance really hates horror movies, so I never get to watch them. So when I came over, I was like, you get to pick? Oh, great. It was so good. So we watched Videodrome. Yeah.
So yes, but yeah, as mentioned, we watched Videodrome, but before we dive into that, theme song. Yes, thank you, Gay Paris, as always, for... I guess we didn't actually ask you, but you haven't noticed yet, so cheers, boys.
Yeah, fucking 70 episodes strong of not knowing.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there. I'm like, am I in trouble? No, we should be sweet. It's a free download.
Bullshit.
That is right, as Logan mentioned, we watched Videodrome.
Max Wren is a victim.
I woke up with a headache.
He has been exposed to Videodrome.
I'd been hallucinating for a while, ever since...
What?
Since I first saw Videodrome.
His brain is already receiving video images.
I think that massive doses of Videodrome signal will ultimately produce and control hallucination to the point that it will change human reality.
Soon, his visions will coalesce and become uncontrollable flesh. Videodrome is seducing Max Wren.
Please, come to me now. Come to Nikki.
And Max Wren can do nothing to stop it.
What makes you think I need help?
None of our test subjects has returned to normality.
Television can change your mind. Videodrome will change your body.
Long live the new flesh.
It will shatter your reality. Videodrome, starring Deborah Harry and James Woods. A shocking new vision from the creator of Scanners. Coming soon to a theater near you from Universal Pictures.
Videodrome. David Cronenberg's 1983 Mindfuck.
Oh yeah, it's 100% a mindfuck.
Yeah,
You don't know, like, you know, you can watch it. Like, we've literally both just watched it, but you still can't tell me at what point was it just hallucinations, or is everything real, or was none of it real? Like, you can't say that about this movie.
Yeah, this is definitely one of, compared to films like Scanners, films that came before the Scanners and The Brood, something else like Shivers and Rabbit and stuff like that. This is more, what would you call it, psychological? It's a bit more like it's leaving it ambiguous.
It's mental, like,
it's really playing tricks with you. And the focus on the body horror isn't too much, but where it is, it really fucking hits home.
Yeah, and it's funny, near the start of it, I was cringing at one part that was like a needle through someone's ear, like it's getting pierced, and I was like, oh, and then like later on, as I saw the rest of it, I was like, oh, that was tame as shit.
Yep.
Like,
that was Saturday morning cartoon.
yeah,
like.
that was a different level. Oh my god.
So like, I'm so happy you picked this.
It's a good film. Like,
That's why, because I've been like, I've seen this a couple of times. So when you picked it, I'm like, oh, I could happily go for some Videodrome. That'd be great.
I've never watched it and tried to understand it though. That's what really threw me. Like, I was trying to make sense of everything, and it's like you just got to be along for the ride.
You think you've got it, and then what do you call it? A hallucination recorder gets put on his head, and then all bets are off. All bets on reality are just kind of, huh?
I can agree with that. I definitely think at that point onwards, it was all, you never know.
Yeah.
Because I never saw them take the fucking thing off.
Exactly. That's how they fucking get you.
But then I thought, did he ever put it on? Or did he ever get in the fucking car when they said, hey, we're from Videodrome, want to speak to you? Like, did that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You don't, yeah.
You just don't know. You just don't know, man. So, before we dive into Videodrome, like, how familiar are you with Cronenberg?
I don't know. I'm not very familiar.
No.
No.
Have you've seen The Fly?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen The Fly. I was going to pick that today because I haven't seen it, and you've said so much about it.
I thought you of all people have seen The Fly.
No, I know what it is, but I've never watched it, the original or the remake. I think I saw the end of the remake, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Wow, yeah, you skipped to a pretty big scene, big scene. Okay, interesting. Okay, so have you seen anything else that you've seen? Scanners?
I've seen Scanners. Yeah, that was great. Again, like the fact that this was Videodrome was made in 1983.
Yeah,
and it looks this good. Like little details, like when the TV was pulsating, but also there were veins that came out when it got more intense. It's like,
when it was touched, like the little veins started to appear. Yeah.
I was really blown away with the special effects.
Yeah, that's where like there's something with Cronenberg. I always notice that when it's something big, that's where you can see that's where the budget is. That's why it's, drab old sets and stuff like that, little details. But when it comes to, a tummy vagina, a bit of money has been spent.
100%.
But I can say, like, I'm a big fan who hasn't seen enough of his stuff.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen Scanners. I've seen The Brood, which is great. Really fucked up movie. Made me terrified of children in raincoats for a little while.
Whenever they throw kids in it, it's always
angered children born of anger. Fucked up shit. I'm forgetting a couple, of course. Most probably, what do you call it? History of Violence.
Okay.
That's a really...
So they all have that, because I've only seen this in Scanners.
Well, no, it was up to, of course, then The Fly. A little bit after that, after he did Crash, he started to move away from horror a little bit.
Okay.
And so, what would we call it? History of Violence is more of a very realistic look at the story of a... I'm probably getting this wrong because I haven't seen it in a long time, but of a... kind of like John Wick, of like a hitman getting pulled back in.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but done in a very realistic hometown, like the effects of hyper-violence in small town setting and like that contrast. And
he loves to mess with the extremes, it sounds.
Oh, yeah. Well, the one I'm just about to mention is his most recent film, A Map to the Stars.
Okay.
Fucking so weird. It's just like a really twisted look into Hollywood and like the lives of actors and people who live in that world.
Oh, okay.
It's twisted as fuck, and there's certain scenes where you're just like, huh? What? Huh? But he's one of those directors who just always changes it a little bit. Each movie is different. Each movie has a different kind of message, or just.
But to deliver that message, he always just totally messes with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like there's one. It's always like a comment on something. So this was a comment on TV and the VHS and like pirate video and all that sort of stuff.
And there were a lot of lines in there too about how, like, it was early on, but like the fact that your eye is the screen and it's like people are always watching them.
Yeah.
But I get it was part of the setting of the thing, but like it even applies to now. Like it applies to how many screens you bloody have.
Yeah, it kind of surprises me that it hasn't been like a remake announced.
That'd be sick. Actually. That'd be so cool with like smartphones and shit.
But you give it to his son. Give it to is it Brandon Cronenberg or something like that?
Yeah, I don't want to get fucking Cronenberg twice on the same fucking thing. It'll piss me off. Like, if it was his son and he did, I'd be like props. That's mad.
That'd be so cool to see his son reinterpret his father's work.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting because he did Antiviral. So I've got to. Yep, I think he could do it.
Oh hell yeah!
That movie's unsettling.
Is that the one with the diseases that you can buy?
Yes, you can buy celebrity diseases and all that.
He did that, did he?
Yeah, that was his son did that.
Oh wow!
So he's continuing the body horror legacy.
I wonder if that's something that, like, as a dad and a filmmaker, he's like, you know what, son, one day you'll be directing movies.
Yeah, like as a 10-year-old, he's setting him down and watching it, making him sit through like the final scenes of Videodrome. He's like, one day, son, you'll get this.
Maybe you'll figure out how to make sure people don't get it.
Yeah. But yeah, he's kind of like George Romero, where it was kind of a social commentary. There's a twisted, taking an idea or comment to the extreme, and this one I think it's a bit less it's on the nose, but a little less on the nose than zombies walking around a mall.
Yeah, 100%. Like it became very quick the idea that in Videodrome, the reason he discovered it is because he was looking for more and more and more.
Yeah.
Like, he was looking for the next.
And it more becomes a question of why are you looking for this stuff? And it becomes a question of how desensitized are we?
Yeah,
and how
exactly
why
right.
do we want? Like I think I relate too much with this movie because I was watching The Void a while ago. This is really 2016, really kind of H.P. Lovecraft fucked up Hellraiser worlds and cool shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Very gory. And someone walked in and they were just like, "Oh my god, turn that off! That's disgusting!" And I'm smiling and giggling.
Yeah, you just don't realize how messed up some shit is. Yeah, because you were fine while I was cringing through some of that. You were just like,
giggling, like the scene where he's like he puts the gun in himself for the first time.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, so he himself
is
James
behind
Wood is
the
behind
figure.
the couch.
Yeah,
he's leaning over and they've got a figure through the thing. I'm thinking, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then
no, I thought of that too sometimes.
but like while you and Sam, especially Sam, my little brother, who you recognise from the episode The Crazies, sat with us and watched Videodrome because he'd never, I don't think he's seen any Cronenberg.
Shit, he got Cronenberged hard.
Oh yeah,
so hard.
Yeah, he got Cronenberg real hard. I think this is after watching it, I think this is the third time I've watched it. I think this is my favourite Cronenberg.
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of
That's a bit to be cool. Yeah, that's cool.
It hits the message well enough, and it doesn't focus too much on the body horror. Like The Fly, there's no real. The moral question is that should we do this? It's like has science gone too far? So it's not really as household as TV.
Yeah, exactly
as
right.
their
'Cause everybody
obsession.
watches TV. Not everybody is a scientist on the cusp of like
Teleportation. Yeah.
slight differences.
A little bit, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's why this one hits because and it's not too on the nose with it. It's not saying everyone is a depraved.
Yeah, just the people who spend all their time watching TV.
Everyone who watches James Wood's Channel 83.
Yeah. But even so, like, they could say that about anybody that watches TV because in the 80s, it wasn't at the point it was like further on where like you know all your kids had room TVs and that shit. Like it was just maybe one or two TVs in the whole house. Mm-hmm. So it's like if you watched it because it was the only TV.
Yeah, and like I like that it's not too. Sometimes his worlds are a bit. They're in reality, but there's lots of like common things like different. Like everyone's got a weird like flesh interface or something like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like it. This one felt like it was very much in reality, and it made it more it felt secret. I always like secret kind of things, you know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly right. It could be conspiracy.
Conspiracy, like,
it.
yeah, that the twists and turns were almost predictable, but you accepted them because you felt like this needs to happen for this to happen. Yeah, usually I'll point out like that's fucking cliche as fuck. Like,
you've got to call out those tropes.
Like I watched Skyscraper, the new The Rock Die Hard.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Yeah,
man,
I saw that. The poster for it was just him, just like on his back to like a skyscraper, and it's like, which one's the skyscraper? This summer, The Rock is built near a building, a skyscraper.
Oh man, it is.
So you saw that?
I watched that. I didn't go to the movies, thankfully. My security guard at my old job was bored and was just downloading movies on the company's Wi-Fi. So he's like, "Hey Chris, you want to see Skyscraper?" Yeah. I'm like, "Yes, Sam, I do."
Yeah. Cost me nothing. Oh, yeah, you know it
for sure. So the next morning when I was doing my banking, I watched Skyscraper.
Oh, cool. Was Skyscraper good in Skyscraper?
Oh, Skyscraper was Skyscraper. He had a nice suit. Yeah, I really liked his suit. It was very nice.
Yeah. First time I saw him in a suit was in Ballers, and I was like, "Oh wow, he can wear a suit."
Yeah, The Rock fills out a suit.
Yeah.
It was a movie. It is cliche after cliche after cliche. It's like, hey, have you seen Die Hard? Well, now it's extreme.
Yeah.
Now the building's 7 times bigger. Like
sometimes it's just that. It's just like, hey, let's do it like this, but also like bigger and better. But sometimes it's like, what's his face? Sometimes it's like Vin Diesel snowboarding down a fucking just normal mountain to get on a helicopter. Like that is over the top, but done so well. Like
yeah, it fits the movie it's in. And like you accept cliche and that kind of a thing
because it's doing it, but to the extreme.
But with Videodrome, the cliche is necessary because you're not aware where you are sometimes.
Yeah, you have to. It took me a while to figure out who he was.
Yes,
and what the whole setting was.
The cliche kind of helps ground it.
Yeah,
I watched Beyond the Black Rainbow. It was Panos Cosmatos. He's the director who just did. I love saying it like that. Mandy. I watched his first film, and it is a visual ride. And it's very up for interpretation and all that sort of stuff. But it is a very simple, she escapes story, and the doctor wants to kill her. And because it's got this super simple, basic story, you get it.
Yeah.
And the cliches are there, and there's little twists on the cliches, but they're more visual than they are story. And it works. I feel like it applies to Videodrome as well. The cliches help ground you and guide you through this fucking mindfuck of a VHS world.
Yeah, bloody oath. It's not like the entire premise is hard to describe.
No,
but it's not like it's Do you have the cover? Read the back, man.
I do.
I want to know what someone who got paid to write on the back of this has to say about this movie.
Yeah, this is like part of my favorite thing about collecting is finding out the weird shit that they write. Like this seems pretty normal. This is just they've released it. Universal are pretty boring. They don't usually put quotes and all that sort of stuff.
I always had this theory that when you read the back of a DVD and it's just like, this is a roller coaster of this, and you know what I mean? It doesn't actually tell you the plot. It just tells you all this amazing stuff that it is. That the dude who directed it wrote it himself.
Well,
he's like, I'm not paying someone for that. It's great.
Well, I've ever told you how Roger Corman movies, the guy Joe Dante who directed Gremlins and all that sort of stuff, he was the main trailer editor, along with a guy whose name I always forget. I'm not even going to try and remember. Yep. They would always, to make a boring movie look more exciting, they would put a visual version of this is a roller coaster. They'd put an exploding helicopter.
Oh wow! They throw in extra stuff that's not in the movie.
If there was like a scene where they get a bit where someone shoots a gun, they'll quickly put the helicopter and put the titles over the helicopter exploding, and people are like, "Whoa, explosions!"
That's awesome.
So it's the same sort of thing. Yeah. that cheesy, got to sell the fucking movie attitude is still alive in movies, in DVDs and Blu-rays.
100%.
I love that shit.
What does it say?
So Videodrome. Sci-fi horror filmmaker David Cronenberg's diabolical invader. Huh?
What?
One more. Let me retake. Sci-fi horror filmmaker David Cronenberg's Diabolical Invader is a television show that seduces and controls its viewers.
That is what Videodrome is. Videodrome controls its viewers.
Okay.
So wait. The whole movie was just about fucking Videodrome. It wasn't about this one dude at all.
Dear God,
Fuck!
we've got tumors now. We've been exposed to Videodrome.
Seriously, keep reading. Sorry, I might be wrong.
Okay. Featuring rock star Deborah Harry in her first major film as a kinky hostess. James Woods.
Ooh, piece of candy.
As a cable programmer looking for the ultimate in viewing thrills. And special makeup effects by 7-time Oscar winner Rick Baker. Oh, I didn't know it was Rick Baker.
Who was Rick Baker?
An animal in London. Fucking this guy. An American Werewolf in London. Star Wars.
No, but who was he in this?
No, he wasn't there. He did the special effects.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that was a bit
That
of
makes
a
sense.
that was a bit of a badly written sentence.
Explains why it was so good too.
Yeah, they're fucking spot on. Videodrome is a pulsating science fiction nightmare about a world where video can control and alter human life. See, that kind of sums it up pretty well.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, it's Videodrome can change your life.
Mm.
That's so vague.
Yeah.
That is so vague.
But I guess that's the movie, isn't it? The vague.
It is. They did hit on the nose with that.
For someone who was commissioned, probably they got to do like 30 of these a week. They did a good job, I guess.
Yeah.
Imagine like they're lying in bed, like, "What's wrong, honey?" It's like, fucking, what is Videodrome?
Look, whoever wrote this, if you're listening, you never know. It's okay.
You never know. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you never know if they're listening, but like as a back cover piece, you can sleep okay. Those sentences were about Videodrome.
Oh, fantastic! That's great. Okay, so Videodrome. Do you have a particular moment that really stood out for you?
Oh, that's so hard though because it was such a.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, I think. Oh, see, I don't know whether it was when that he thought that he was whipping a TV.
Yep, go on.
I don't know if it's whether when he thought he was whipping a TV that turned into the TV it was pulsating and stuff, and it had a picture of the girl who he originally slept with.
It started with Deborah Harry.
Yeah, and then it turned into the old woman.
Yes.
And then the old woman was in a bed, and then he got someone to check, and there was no one in the bed.
Yep.
The bed was made.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was a little bit like, what am I into? Like, what is...
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was that was...
For me, that was the first moment I realised that I didn't know what was going on.
Right. Okay,
Being
cool. Well, like, because I'm really glad, like, it's an easy detail to miss. Like, I'm glad you picked up on it. I think Sam picked up on it as well. I guess the attentive viewer would notice that we didn't see him take the helmet off. We didn't see him take off this thing. And Sam actually pointed it out. You could see that optometrist bloke. I should have got prepared, characters, just watch it. The guy in the suit is,
the guy in the suit.
Nice and menacing. He applies that hallucination recording machine.
Yeah, it's like a helmet, and he's like, look, we're going to capture one of your hallucinations.
Yeah.
And he let on that he could cure the tumours that were in his brain to help him out. And he goes, well, when you put it on though, you're going to hallucinate like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then after I visit you again, you're still going to have it. So just enjoy it.
Yeah, there's going to be lingering hallucinations. Just ride it. They'll pass.
And then was the whole rest of the movie just the hallucinations?
Exactly, but because you also see, Sam pointed it out, that because there's some couple of some buttons with some abbreviations on them, and one was MEM and one was CLR. And you see him press both of them.
For memory clear, yeah. He did mention that.
So did he actually go into the room and do these things, and then his memory's wiped, and then they've just put him back in his bed?
Yeah,
or is she a lingering hallucination?
Yeah, or was from that moment on, when he put the helmet on, what if everything, all the hallucinations, the rest of that shit, even him coming back, was all part of him getting his memory cleared, and at the end, can I say what happens at the end?
Yeah.
And right at the end...
That's the whole thing. Fuck spoilers.
Yeah. And right at the end of the movie, he shoots himself in the head.
Yes. Twice.
Once he watches it happen, and then he's like, you know what, it's not a bad idea, I'll give it a try. And
yeah, it looks like fun.
Yeah, that's the best way to clear memory. You got no brain.
Yeah, there you go.
Was that whole thing the memory clear?
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe that whole final act, from the moment he woke up next to that dead woman, what's it?
Yeah,
was that just his complete hallucination and then the memory clearing at the end?
Yeah, who knows?
That is an interesting theory. I do like that.
It's just a theory, a wrong theory.
Shit, no, it could be absolutely spot on because there is that flaw that it's again to bring up Die Hard. Oh, it all links together.
Yeah.
There is a scene cut out from the movie where everybody in Die Hard, you see all the criminals, Hans Gruber and all that, synchronized watches.
Okay.
It was removed from the movie.
So no one knows that they will have their watches synchronized.
Exactly.
So every time they reference the watches, it means nothing.
It means nothing.
Ah.
So there could be something like that in
It could
here
be,
even.
yeah.
We just don't see that bit because it maybe just got forgotten to be put in.
Yeah.
Or just cut out or something like that. Or
Makes sense.
It could be on like the editing, during the editing process, he's like, no, maybe let's not show it.
Yeah.
Let's be ambiguous and vague as fuck.
Yeah. This is how to fuck with people.
Yeah.
He sees another doctor who explains what is and isn't a hallucination.
Yeah.
No, that is not video. So Videodrome to me is a movie that the best way to describe it, we can talk about what the whole concept of it, but it's like Videodrome is a movie that at the end of it has asked you more questions than it's answered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely just said, here's a possibility of what could have happened,
Yes.
you figure it out.
And in the best way possible.
yeah.
You don't feel pissed off.
Not to any discredit, no.
No, you don't feel cheated that you've missed something or whatever it is. Like Prometheus is an example of that, of a movie that leaves you with more questions than answers. In a bad way, you're pissed off. Like I wasn't so pissed off when I watched it recently. I wasn't too pissed off with it.
I haven't seen Prometheus, so I'm not too sure.
But there are moments where it's like, oh, that's cool. But what is that? There's no answers. It's just like it's quickly referenced and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
This is more in the Thing, like John Carpenter's The Thing territory, with like the ending where it's like, is one of them?
Is it an ending? Yeah.
Is Kurt Russell the Thing, or is the other gentleman, who I've forgotten his name,
or is he the Thing?
Exactly. So it's kind of the same sort of thing. Like, did this happen? Was this hallucination, or did he become the embodiment of living VCR video flesh?
Yeah, did he overcome Videodrome?
Yeah,
managed to expel it from his body, and then try to take over Videodrome,
take down Videodrome. Yeah,
and then when he did that, Videodrome got to him, and then was like, "Nah, fam, shoot yourself in the face."
Yeah, because he also got the flesh tape.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
What was his name? Like Hanlon.
From the Thai guy. Yeah,
Thai.
The guy with the tie.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, he doesn't look Thai. Yeah. Oh, you got the other one, the guy who turned. People who haven't watched this are gonna have no clue what I'm about to say. The guy who he turns his hand into a old bomb after he's like, I've got a new thing for you to watch.
That I was like, is this hallucination or is this real, or does it have those fucking powers?
I like to think that what we watched from the moment he woke up in the bed next to the dead body did happen. And the reason he killed himself was because that tape is still in there, and the orders were to kill himself.
Yeah, but that new tape with him telling him to kill himself wasn't until after. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, after that, but that I mean, like he went and killed his partners at the channel and all that sort of stuff.
He did, and then
he's on the run, and he goes to kill the preacher, the dead preacher who's been living through VHS tapes. His daughter. It goes to his daughter.
Did we not mention that person?
Yeah.
They don't for very long.
Deal with it. Yeah, no, they don't. They're not part of it. Goes to kill the daughter, and the daughter manages to use Videodrome against him and shoot him with the TV.
Oh,
and gets rid of the first tape. When he goes to see the guy with the curly hair, like after they all think that he's been arrested and he's on the run, and they're surprised to see him, he's got a backup that really gross fleshy tape.
Okay.
But he went and put it. He allowed James Woods allowed him to put the whole hand in there, and then
he fucking chewed his hand like a
the tape's still in there.
Yeah.
So the flesh tape's still in there. So I think that's what's got why at the end where Videodrome is trying to get him. That is what.
Yeah, because that tape's in him. See, that's another interesting theory. We don't know.
We just don't know. We just don't know. I bet if you actually asked him, he'd be like, you said, is this what happened in the movie? Like, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He just takes whatever it is.
You should try and interview him, but do 2 separate interviews and ask him 2 separate things about the movie. You do that? Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, totally. That's exactly what I meant.
Sure. How long did that movie come out? How long ago?
83.
Yeah.
You'll remember it.
He's still interviewing to this day about it.
His favourite topic.
I wonder if he's got a Twitter or something. That'd be interesting.
But I was going to, we mentioned before Rick Baker and the effects. The final climax effects, because that's something in a Cronenberg. He knows how to pace it. He knows how to slowly give you little bits of more horror. Like
very much so.
The piercing through the ear was the first taste. Was the first, like, okay, things are going to get kinky. You saw a little bit of torture on the Videodrome output. But through that was through the needle through the ear was the first one, and then slowly ramping it up and up and up. Then we get to, as we mentioned before, grenade hand exploding through a wall. And then we get my absolute favorite scene, because I'm a sick fuck who likes gross shit. When he takes down optometrist guy at his trade show.
Oh yeah,
he walks up with the handgun.
Yeah, that's right. Right after they first said you're going to have brain tumors and this and that, he had a gun that was that he put inside himself and then pulled out later. And
it became one, like all these cords started to go through his hands.
Yeah, that was so graphic. That was great.
By the end, it's just like this gross, like almost reptilian, fleshy.
Yeah, the whole gun was encased in the new skin he'd grew. Yeah. After the wires went through his fingers and.
But when he gets the last guy, the main Videodrome guy, this optometrist bloke, shoots him like 4 times.
And once in the head right at the end.
But not with bullets. With what we think.
Oh yeah, go.
We think the only answer we can do is that he shot him with tumors.
Yeah, exactly right. His whole body like exploded, but
his face
not with an explosive.
No, just these fleshy mounds just came out of his head.
That hands down was the best special effect in the whole movie. That dude exploding was amazing.
And it's like when you compare it, I felt like that was him. Like, all right, the head explosion in Scanners kind of left an impact. I've got to step it up a notch here.
I'm gonna explode a whole body.
Yeah, and slowly. Like you got to see all of it happen.
Like you can tell towards the end when a lot of parts are ripped off that it is like a figure or a wax figure or something. But it's so impressive to see all the different parts of it, just the teeth, the mouth,
everything moving in action, and and of course it's just very, very well done Foley work with the body squelching and all that, and just his gurgles and how he fucking Woods Death to Videodrome, Long Live the New Flesh, and does the mic drop. So the fucking screams of agony are throughout the PA.
He's running away and you can still hear the guy going,
Death to Videodrome, long live the new flesh!
So fucking crazy.
Yeah. Long live the new flesh.
Yeah, long live the new flesh, indeed.
I forgot that was his little catchphrase. Yeah.
He said it so, weakly at the end, though. I felt like that needed another take. It was so, Death to Videodrome, long live the new flesh. And just drops it, he's, in a rush. I guess he did just shoot a guy out full of tumours and let him explode on stage, so I'd be quick.
But did he?
But did he?
Yeah, I'm going to ask that, sorry. I'm going to ask that question to everything that comes up.
Man, I'm going to put so many Inception warps in this fucking episode.
Videodrome. War is war.
So move it?
War.
But I don't want to be that guy. But I think the weakest part of the movie... There is one weak part of the movie, and it's only slightly weak. I feel like if she was a stronger actress, Deborah Harry would be good in this, but she's a bit weird.
She's the one who liked getting cut on the neck?
Yeah. She's not the most confident actor I've ever seen.
No, she's very uncertain.
I know this is
weird.
It's her first role. It's her first.
But even the spacing between their dialogue and stuff, it always seemed very uncomfortable with her around. Kevin Spacey was good. He could just keep talking.
Kevin Spacey?
What's his head?
James Woods.
But James Woods was always able to just...
How offensive. He's called someone Kevin Spacey.
They look kind of similar. No, for real, they do. Okay, whatever. Personal opinion. But whenever James Woods replied to her, it sounded natural. But whenever she came back with something, it was always the timing was weird.
It was kind of quick. It was gotta get this line out.
Yeah,
and just delivered strangely. So like
I did believe that she was a freak though.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I definitely did.
Her hypersexualized moments were effective. They worked. Like you got that she was just kind of like this really sick bitch.
Yeah, when she first got showed Videodrome and she was all like, "No, leave it on. I can say it. I like this." Like he kept saying, James Woods kept saying, "It's we can shut it off if you want." Like he was actually a little bit uncomfortable with it at the time.
Oh yeah, like,
and that's the thing. When they mention how did you come across it, he obviously recorded it because it was part of his TV channel or whatever.
Yeah.
He was looking for new content. But the only reason he watched it was when he was fucking her. Because she was really into it.
Well, yeah, that's where we like the whole she was a plant kind of comes into it. And when she was there to enhance the Videodrome's effect, because optometrist bloke, who I should have learned his name, what was it? He said that violence
opens up a certain part in the brain.
Yeah, and it gets gives it a greater effect.
Oh, so that's why he was putting needles in her while it was playing, so he could fucking get Videodromed.
Yep.
God damn.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So she was a plant to bring out more his sexual, break his boundaries, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I understood when he said that later in the film, because I thought he was just talking about this is why Videodrome works. But the fact that line that I've just glossed over, yeah, that's heaps good. That's heaps good. That explains why he went so... Long live the new flesh.
Yeah, and it does. This is like a superhero kind of setup.
Yeah,
is the end of the world
thing. He did
try
to beat them and take them over because he realized it was wrong.
Because what's their major plan is to take over his sleazy channel.
Yep.
And because they're looking down on him and his viewers and all, and think they're lower class citizens, so he wants to this group want to expose Videodrome to his audience and basically wipe out the quotation marks lower class.
Yeah, like all the people who, because the channel he runs is all smut. It's all pretend violence, like actually open heart surgery is one of them. That blew me away. That looked so good. But like sex, depravity, anything that like people would just watch mindlessly.
Well, a couple of Roger Corman movie posters were on the wall.
I didn't know what those were. I saw them.
One was Death Sport, which is a really shitty biker desert apocalypse movie, and there was an Italian one called The Evil or something like that.
Okay, so they were aware of like what sort of...
Yeah, well, and that seems like this kind of shit that they would have the rights to put on their channel is terrible shit like Death Sport.
Right. But yeah, the idea that is because he ran a channel, that was just full of that.
Yeah,
it was never had like cartoons or anything.
No, it was in his eyes. He saw himself as a visionary. He was trying to push everyone's boundaries. I guess it could almost be a comment on porn as well. Those people.
Yeah, I definitely thought I got that vibe. Yeah,
who really pushed and kind of caused the X rating because they just kept pushing their movies so far and. So we got movies like
they even mentioned at one point that the clay wall in the Videodrome thing was electrified.
I love that detail.
Yeah,
that's
and it's
such a fucking fucked up detail.
They put the sound effects of shocks in it and stuff too, just as they were walking from it, and it's like wow, like
because that's two levels of just fucked up.
Insane,
like, you're getting electrified whilst made filthy as well. Like that's just it's fucked up. I read. Clay wall was underused in the film. I wanted to see more people get shocked on a clay wall. I want to see James Wood just go.
Ooh, piece of candy.
That would be great. Ooh, piece of tape. Ooh, piece of tape.
If only he had a catchphrase. Yeah. Like Owen Wilson, he's got a catchphrase.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's like I saw a video put together of maybe like 20 to 30 times he did it in different films.
Yeah, it's like every wow in film.
Wow. Yeah. And it's like, wow.
But I think I don't think I've got any more I can say other than more conspiracy theories, really.
Yeah, it is all speculating at this point. It's hard to nail down exactly what happened in Videodrome. You can say what Videodrome is separately to the movie.
You can say what happened. Yeah, but you can't say it happened.
Yeah,
in the movie, in the reality of the movie. You can retell what you saw.
Yeah,
I witnessed Videodrome.
That is so true. Yeah, it was an experience. It was an experience, and it was good, man. It was good. There's a reason. Like, it's not the first time I watched it, and I was just like, you know what? I'll check it out again.
I'm glad you got to revisit it here and like really get to work it out because it is one of those movies like. you haven't seen Videodrome? I need to talk to you about it.
Yeah, it's not something like fucking Hollow Man, where like, you can come like 3/4 of the way through and be like, hey, I know what it's about. It's Invisible Dude. Like,
Well, my friend, you have just out of the heavens, just given me a beautiful segue. You just planted a segue right in front of me.
beautiful.
Because we finished talking about Videodrome, I think. Moving on to something I like to do at the end of the episode, my letterbox drop. Speaking of Hollow Man, were you aware that there's a sequel?
I know.
There was a Hollow Man 2.
Was it the same Hollow Man?
No.
Okay.
Christian Slater.
No. No way. Why? Holy crap.
It was made like 8 years afterwards.
Of course, yeah. 8 years after, people were clamoring for it. They're like,
man.
please.
Hollow Man 2. Like, Paul, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I know we're gonna save it for an episode, but it's not worth it. It wasn't as funny as we thought it was going to be, my friend. So let me just read to you the setup to Hollow Man 2.
Read away.
There's more to terror than meets the eye.
Because you can't, because it's invisible.
It's invisible.
Invisible jokes.
I see right through them. Joke of the episode. After the mysterious death of scientist Dr. Devon Villiers, Detective Frank Turner and his partner are assigned to protect Villiers' colleague, who revealed that a veteran soldier was subjected to an experiment with the objective of creating the ultimate national security weapon, an undetectable soldier. The experiment failed with disastrous side effects. So there's more. So the homicide cop who's following this ends up having to kind of follows Hollow Man in territory where it ends up like one dude who's not infected trying to protect the girl that Hollow Man's in obsessed with and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So he takes the serum as well. So it's two Hollow Men.
Fuck off.
Two Hollow Men fighting.
Oh my god, that's why it's called Hollow Men 2, because there's two of them.
Dose Hollow Men.
Yeah, they could have called it Hollow Men. And I fucking,
there you
opportunity
go.
missed.
Claudio Farr, you fucked up, mate.
Yeah. What a wow.
Let me just show you
It's got the bandages.
That's
yeah.
the poster. But can you see the CGI rain fight?
Oh, that's with the two guys fighting in the rain, and you can see them.
That's how you see them, because rain.
Yeah. And because green lights apparently are just somewhere naturally in the middle of the fucking street.
But I think this was an absolute cash grab for Slater.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
You don't see him pre-invisible except for flashbacks.
No.
Yep.
You never. Oh, what fucking hell!
Flashbacks of him in the same set each time in these flashbacks. It's just his voiceover pretty much the entire time.
Oh my god!
Until the final fight when he's brought out from being invisible.
Wow.
He gets injected with rat poison. He was told it was the cure, but it was rat poison, and
he dies.
Sort of. He has a fight with an invisible man.
Is he still invisible after the rat poison?
No.
Oh.
So it's Invisible Man fight for a little bit, and then the poison kicks in, and then
it turns him invisible.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a movie.
Yeah, that's wow.
Technically, it's a movie.
Well, I'm glad you didn't do an episode on that. It sounds shit.
Oh, it was shit. I was really hoping for like a real like beautiful like twin dragon encounter. There's just this gem of shitness.
Yeah.
Just
it's no Double Dragon, man. No way. Does this have to be horror movies?
No, God no. No, Letterboxd is just me watching.
Oh, that's awesome. That seems cool.
I just watch whatever I want to watch, really. Like, I try to watch like certain things. Like I'll go firsts, people's first horror. I know I just said not horror, but like first appearances in movies and stuff like that. Yeah. Like one I watched the first. I don't know if I mentioned this on one of the episodes. I lose track. Grand Theft Auto was Ron Howard's first directing film.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was a Roger Corman movie, and it was he plays a young guy who's getting married to he just gets engaged to a what do you call it, a senator, a soon-to-be senator's daughter. The senator doesn't want it to happen, and they steal his Rolls Royce, and all bets are off. You know, the senator puts out a $50,000 award to stop the wedding in Vegas, and it's just this huge car chase. It's great.
It's not a lot of money to stop a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You look like such a cunt if you were that fucking rich or whatever. I need to stop this wedding for $50,000. News would be all over it.
Yeah. But what do I want to say that I watched?
How many have you watched at this point?
196 films this year. Since January.
Since the 1st of January?
1st of January.
Holy crap.
Yeah. This year I've watched.
That's insane.
Thankfully, like a lot of Roger Corman movies are on YouTube, so I watched a lot of. I watched The Wasp Woman. That was a movie.
It definitely. That's what you say about the ones that are just. They just. It's like okay.
Yeah, they just.
You can call that a movie.
You can tell that was the second feature on the drive-in that day. It was one called X, the Man with X-Ray Eyes, which is just a cool kind of premise, kind of like Videodrome, nowhere near as mindfucky at all, but just a cool premise. I love pseudoscience.
Does he actually have extra? Like, can he see bones, or can he see through clothes?
He sees through dimensions.
Whoa!
So he's this doctor who's studying, because we only see on a certain amount of wavelengths. We don't see the amount.
You only use 10% of your eyes.
Kind of, there's that kind of thing with the brain, that kind of thing. And so he makes a serum and administers eye drops, and eventually is to a point where he can't even. He sees through his eyelids, and he can never sleep.
Yeah.
And if he looks too long, he will just start to see through buildings and into space and see through space. And it's just cool pseudoscience. But in true B-movie Roger Corman style, it's a budget, so you never ever see much of what he's seeing. It's often just like kaleidoscopes. But the moments when you do see it, it's some cool imagery. It's kind of like.
But it's not enough. What did you do? You get to rate these movies as well?
Yeah, I gave that one a 4. It was a really fun movie.
Yeah.
Don Rickles was in it, old comedian, and Dick Miller. He's the epitome of that guy. He's in Terminator. He's been in The Burbs.
Wait, what was his name?
Dick Miller.
Oh, okay. Tip top.
He's been in Gremlins, all that sort of stuff. So I'm on a quest to watch every Dick Miller appearance. And
is it supposed to be? Is it Richard Miller, or like he refers to be called Dick?
I think it might have been Richard, but yeah, he's always just gone by Dick.
Yeah.
Dick Miller. What else did I watch?
Fun fact, sorry. If you feel like having a bit of a Google, there's a professional racer whose name is Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle?
100%.
Oh, that's an unfortunate name. Imagine going through school with that. Dick Trickle. You couldn't even like think of another nick like a put down. It's like, oi, Dick Trickle?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's like 40 and like he's got like really bad like urethra control.
I was about to say, fuck, you're gonna go there, aren't you? You're gonna go literal.
He doesn't know, but yeah, no, 100%. He's real. Google him. Look him up.
He doesn't know.
Yeah. I know.
I like that. He doesn't actually have it.
Yeah, it's just a funny name.
There was something I watched. Arnie. I watched a couple of Arnie movies.
Hell yeah.
Watched Raw Deal.
Is it good?
Raw Deal's great.
Hell yeah.
Raw Deal was fun. It's very much like Arnie just being able to. It's just not taking itself seriously at all. Like he's got slick back hair and he's just taking down this gang. And there's one where he goes into a card game and knocks everybody out. Goes outside, takes a pickup truck and just drives it through the building.
Yeah.
While
That's
smoking
like
a cigar. It's like, ha.
That's like the best thing to be typecast for. Movies that are just, you always looking like a badass.
Yeah.
Like they never asked Arnold Schwarzenegger to be fucking Forrest Gump. Like,
No. Oh my god, imagine that.
That would be so funny.
Wow.
Life is like, I can't do the voice.
But he'd have to be doing a slower version of his own voice. I also watched on the same day, I watched The Sixth Day.
The Sixth Day.
Do you remember The Sixth Day, the clone Arnie movie?
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, like
it sounds like something that's just been on, and I've been like, okay.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Came out in 2000, so I was about like 10 years old when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those like I love that.
Good? What did you rate the other one as well?
I rated Raw Deal 4 as well.
Oh wow,
it's
cool.
just fun.
Yeah, it's just a good, fun, silly film.
Gory, like
Yeah.
good 80s movies used to be. Lots of action movies used to be. Lots of blood,
Yeah.
and it's not over the top
It's
gore.
like Blade
shit.
Runner with Arnold Schwarzenegger, super gory.
Blade Runner.
The Running Man.
Thank you.
That's it.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness.
Whoa, fucking...
No, it was just like that is a mistake.
That is totally wrong. Yeah.
No shaming. No mistake shaming here. Just correction.
Yeah. So Blade Runner by Don Quixote was really good.
Yeah. Don Quixote.
I couldn't think of the dude.
Ridley Scott.
Sylvester Stallone, that's it.
He didn't do it either.
I know, but it was a joke. I fucked it up. Cut this out.
It was a joke. No, it doesn't get cut out at all.
That's how it starts.
But yeah, as mentioned, watched Skyscraper, watched Beyond the Black Rainbow. At first I gave it 4.5, but now I'm regretting it and should have given it 5 because the ending's a little bit weak. I was hoping for something really big. You should make someone's eyes explode at one point. Like,
yeah, really push it if you're going to do it.
But I'm kind of lost now because I watched so much stuff. I don't know if I mentioned it on here before. But
What was it?
I don't know though. That's it. I don't know where my last one was. Slender Man. So I watched Prometheus. I watched The Losers. I watched Thor: The Dark World.
Hell yeah.
Was it Snore the Dark World?
Oh.
Got there on the third attempt. Was it worth it?
No. I'm sorry.
Because it's actually a decent movie. I actually quite liked it. It's just an easy pun.
Was Thor: The Dark World the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, so Thor the rom-com. Like...
Yeah. Like, I couldn't... I was out of it. I was like, it was okay. Like, this is okay. It's not too bad. It's not as boring as the first. Then we get to Asgard, and like when they're walking around, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting a Phantom Menace flashbacks.
Yeah,
like,
and she gets like stuck in that weird floaty virus, and
it's
just okay.
That was like okay, whatever, cool. It's a Marvel movie, But then when they got to the fight at the end, and they're just like doing the teleportation and all that sort of stuff, and London's being destroyed. Yeah, it's like okay. Because I thought of I'm definitely not the first person to come up with Snore the Dark World.
Yeah.
But like halfway,
it could be. It's that bad.
Well, halfway through, I'm just like, Snore the Dark World. I'm going to call it when I talk about it on the podcast. And the ending came. I'm like, fuck, that was actually good. Damn it.
Fucking take that, Chris Hemsworth.
But the last thing I'll mention is the weirdest, best thing I watched in the last couple of weeks was my only 5-star, apart from Videodrome of today, was The Stuntman.
The Stuntman.
The Stuntman. This is from 1980. Stars Steve Railsback and Peter O'Toole and some other cool 80s actors from like cheesy stuff like Turkey Shoot and things like that. You give me that look of like, Chris, you're speaking Korean again.
That's okay.
That's okay. So this movie is meta as fuck. Like, so what it is this main character is played by an actor called Steve Railsback. And he is a guy on the run, and he somehow gets caught up in the middle of a shooting of a movie. He thinks he's being run off a bridge, and into self-defense throws something at the driver, and the driver drives off a bridge and dies.
Okay.
But then out of nowhere, a helicopter comes along with a camera crew, and then later on he's running and hiding, and he finds a World War II, like World War I set, and like a huge air fight on a beach happens, and gets caught up and
it just goes.
It goes, yeah, and then like he's there, and then the director after that scene happens flies in, and he was in the helicopter when the crash happened, and kind of came up to him and realized, you're on the run, I am missing a stuntman, how about you help me out? So the movie is his paranoia of am I going to get caught and am I going to die doing these stunts, but really enjoying himself and like meeting nice people and stuff like that. And it's a kind of like a drama. He falls for the lead actress, and then it becomes no longer about him getting caught. He's now starting to think the director is going to kill him.
I'm starting to think that you could just do a whole episode about this movie.
Oh, I'm planning to. It is a fucking amazing movie. So it's just full of twists, really meta. The stunts are the best fucking practical stunts I've ever seen. Like, there's this one stunt that he's doing, and you just see the whole thing happening. So it's like you think you're watching a different movie all of a sudden.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just sort of throw you for a loop there.
And then like it'll cut into him actually, and him like, oh fuck, because he got a bit of like glass cut his face, and like you'll get real reactions, and like it does. It's a whole. He's getting chased on rooftops, and like there's about 30 other soldiers chasing him on the rooftops. So there's just actually 30 people running on these little roofs and stuff. And
that's cool. Yeah.
And one part, like a whole part of the building just gets blown up, and you see people fly off, and just wood hit them and all that sort of stuff. And you know the cliche, the famous one of someone jumping on a guttering, like a big pipe on a building, and it falls backwards.
Oh yeah.
He does that. Cuts into the mechanism that makes it untethers it. And you see him fall back.
Oh, okay.
So it's showing the behind the scenes of the stunts whilst the stunts are happening.
Yeah, it gives you like a bigger view of why a stunt is happening.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So it makes you really appreciate.
So that's like big level stunts in that. What's it called?
The Stuntman.
Oh, I wonder why. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. It's cool, man.
So that's my highest recommendation.
So 5 stars.
5 stars.
100%.
It goes for like 2 hours, and it's worth it. Like, it's really, really good.
5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah. So I've got to, go on and on about movies.
That's what you do.
That's what I do. This is what this is. But you are a gaming person.
I am, yeah. So I'm the how do I word this?
Well, I was gonna say like we should have a little chat about that because you're a gamer and I am a gamer. I don't get to talk about it too much
no
on this podcast
as far
at
as
all.
anyone is concerned who listens to this, you are the guy who watches horror movies 24/7.
Pretty much, yeah. I watch
sleeps
the
in
weird
it.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've always bonded on games and all that sort of stuff, and you have your own channel as well.
I do, yeah. It's the most up and coming channel you've never heard of.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, 100%. So I've been running it for 11 months now. Over 2.3 million people have watched in those 11 months, which is great.
All right.
And it's all gameplay. It's all how to beat games and stuff like that. But it's been good because like that thing where you've got to watch a new movie every day. I've had to basically play a new game every day. And it's cool to see what's out there and what's actually worth playing and what's total trash.
It is fun. It's just exposing yourself to new things.
Exactly right, yeah. And if you do want to hear my voice again in the near future, go there. 100%.
Well, does it have a name?
Oh shit, yeah, sorry. Daily Smartphone Gaming.
Daily Smartphone Gaming.
Yeah.
YouTube.com.
Yeah, just
That's the one.
If you start typing it in, it actually comes up as recommended. So that's pretty cool. But yeah.
Yeah.
Daily Smartphone Gaming.
Yeah, check that shit out. And like
if you weren't aware, the name tells you what it is.
yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's a good name. Nice and solid.
It's simple.
Easy. Yeah, simple.
Yeah. I don't reinvent the wheel, man.
But I wanted to kind of sneak in here a little bit since I've got another person who's into the games and has access to a PlayStation. Paul, unfortunately, doesn't have access to a PlayStation.
Oh, missing out. Fucking Spider-Man is amazing.
Poor bugger. Keeps traveling. Save up. Forget social lives. Spider-Man is out.
Spider-Man is my social life, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've left the home to go to work and stuff, but the most time I've spent on the streets lately has been as Spider-Man. Oh, it's so good. It's the first Spider-Man game I've played where I actually feel like you're controlling Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You're not just, it's a dude, it's a man who can swing on stuff.
Well,
and
that's it. Yeah, like
sticks to stuff. Like,
you and I were both Spider-Man fans. And like you're more Venom than Spider-Man, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, Carnage actually.
No, 100% Venom, man. Like, I'm so deep for the movie coming out in like 4 days or some shit.
Soon. It's soon.
Can't wait.
I just need to see that classification. I haven't seen a rating yet. It's got me worried.
I do not care, man. I honestly don't. If they actually do the story like it should be.
Yeah, as long as the story's good.
Yeah, because it's the first time they're trying to do it. They've tried to throw him in as a bad guy, but they didn't think it through. They were just like, he'll be the bad guy for this movie. Yeah, so I am pretty deep for it.
Yeah, so that's why I thought, like, oh, cool. Someone else is into Spider-Man and all that sort of good shit. Let's talk about the game for at least a wee bit.
Yeah,
but
so had you played any other Spider-Man games before this game?
Just about every single fucking one.
Holy shit, dude.
Except for the really early Nintendo stuff, I loved Spider-Man games. The only one I think I haven't played of recent is, it was like Spider-Man Friend or Foe, which was like a Treyarch friendly, like kiddie version of the Spider-Man open world game.
Oh, okay.
And Web of Shadows.
Okay, yeah.
I never got my copy of it fucked up, and I never got to play it properly. It was like a pre-owned copy.
Web of Shadows was the one where you play as 4 different Spider-Men in different...
No, sorry, wrong one. I love that one. The one when it was like the last free roam one. And you, like at one point you kill Wolverine if you choose the evil path.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
I haven't played that one. No, Web of Shadows was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was my favorite Spider-Man game for a while. Everyone says Spider-Man 2 on
PlayStation.
Yeah, but it's like no, that one. That one's just story-wise and just pure Spidey-ness. You get to experience 4 different Spider-Man. Like that's
exactly
cool.
right. And they're all set in different worlds completely. It's not the same. But in this one, it's actually, and it's cool too. So a few reasons why this game is amazing is they skip the origin story.
Yes.
Everyone has seen it so many times.
Oh, thank fuck.
And the fact that it's like, hey, Spider-Man, this is Spider-Man. He's been doing it for like 8 years. He already knows his powers. Go do Spider-Man stuff.
Be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And they don't even do the Batman, like every single Arkham game, you get a fucking flashback of his parents.
Dying. Yeah.
It's like, we get it. He's tortured. Can we...
We all know the origin story of Batman.
Yeah, we don't need to see it every single time.
It's a rich ninja.
Yeah, so thankfully, like, he's a Muay Thai enthusiast.
He's
yeah, no, that's...
Tell me I'm wrong.
Not wrong.
I want to make a bootleg fucking Batman game called Rich Ninja.
Rich Ninja. If you go into the toy market, that's what you can label it as.
Yeah.
Rich Ninja toys.
You go to the dodgy, not quite licensed ones.
But
Rich Ninja Bat.
Yeah, no, this one, like, Yeah, thankfully I've gotten fairly far into it.
Other than me, dude.
I think about halfway into the story. I think, but there hasn't been a Uncle Ben flashback. There's been almost no mention of it. It's only in passing, like
talking about how he feels or she feels about the fact that it happened.
And Aunt May would be like, Ben would be proud, like just little things like that.
You can tell she's accepted it more.
Yeah,
way more.
And Aunt May, have you had much interaction with her in the story yet?
A couple of times. She let me sleep in the office that she works at.
Yeah, so like how I really
she gave him money and stuff. Yeah.
They've done May so well compared to the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Those movies, where May was just kind of there. She was just kind of this old lady. She didn't really do anything, and they added that she was like studying to be a nurse so that they could have the whole her being there when the power went down in the hospital in the second one. Like it's just
exactly right.
She was just there for the sake of plot device, exactly. In this one I adore MJ. The best version of MJ I think I've ever seen. She's not hypersexualized. She's always
go on.
But I mean, as a character in a story, it's nice seeing her not being a model. She was always a model off gallivanting, especially during the 90s.
That's true, yeah. Well, that was like the go-to job or whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's nice to see her in a jacket and not high heels, and she's...
And to be fair, people who want to know about the graphics in Spider-Man, everything looks spectacular. It's so nice. Like it really looks like...
Graphically, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it really looks like current gen, next gen. Like, it looks fantastic. But the face modelling, not so much. So even if she was a model, she'd have a blocky ass looking weird face.
See, like, I don't mind it too much.
I do when I see the detail in like Spider-Man suit. It's like you can totally make detailed shit. You just didn't.
Yeah, like I'm pretty because I think the motion, if it is motion capture performances they've done, it kind of gets it across. It kind of gets past the uncanny valley a little bit. But I do get it. There's certain characters you can tell they spent a lot more on Peter.
Yeah, 100%.
And certain Peter moments, a little bit. It's like that's a bit too realistic. I don't know. It's not sure.
But it was just him. If they could do it with everyone, but it was still great. Like it gets the story across. Really well.
It doesn't hinder it too much. And I haven't had too many glitches because this is an Insomniac game. Insomniac are great. Sunset Overdrive and other cool shit like that. But Sunset Overdrive had buggy moments, and I have encountered a few bugs here and there. So it's like this feels comfortable knowing that it's still buggy, and I'm kind of okay with it because it feels like Insomniac. It's like they're pushing this fucking system to its absolute limit with this game.
I have the opposite experience. I'm not sure if it's because I've got a newer PS4. I've not had a single frame rate drop. Nothing.
I haven't had anything like that. It's just pure weirdness. Pure weirdness.
Like you're waiting for it.
One day it's like an enemy just is stuck. There was one where I could punch the enemy. He wasn't doing it. He was just standing there, like ready to attack, and I could punch him and whatnot. But no webs would register. I couldn't throw it. And anything that I threw would just go straight past him or just go, not even register that he's there. So that one took forever to take down.
Yeah.
But there was one when I was going into going through an area playing as Miles Morales. And
I have not done that yet.
Anyway,
go on.
It's like the MJ ones where you got to sneak through and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just playing as another character sneaking. But all of a sudden, there's just all these denim people in my game. It's just, there's people walking around. Like there's the guys in the checkpoint, the military guys, and then there's like just normal people walking around. But then there's just these people standing, like like as models, like in a game before, like they're registered, like to be in action or anything like that. They're just kind of standing there, arms out, standing still. But it was like people covered in denim. It was so.
That's a weird glitch, isn't it?
But bags, not so much. There was no definition in faces or anything like that. It was just hollow.
That's heap strange.
Like body bags almost, and it was like an episode of Doctor Who. It's like only Miles could register that these people were there, and they're just like there's people playing basketball, and there's just like two standing near the hoop, like staring at the basketballs.
Wow,
it was super creepy.
That's cool.
I went to go get my phone to take a photo of it, and I took one step forward as a character, and everything just like popped, and everyone like it was like they fell like 10 centimeters, and then just people. Oh my! It really freaked me out for a second there. I was like, "Is this part of the episode? Is this a new villain?" Sorry, part of the game.
I didn't know the Scarecrow was in this.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that has been really, really good. I'm so happy I bought that. Like,
Oh yeah, like
it's been hit and miss lately with some of the new titles, but the fact that I bought it and I actually do want to play it, so good.
well, it was the only game I've gotten excited for coming up because I know it was going to be good.
Yeah, there was so much hype about it.
And being with Insomniac, I mentioned that the games were buggy, but it's because they really so much happens on screen, like the combat in this especially, like
Oh yeah,
so much happening. Well, I'm in this one mission. I keep calling them episodes. I'm stuck in movie mode. In the game, like mission where like you're in this weird dream world, and there was like 30 fucking dudes attacking me at once.
yeah, exactly. The fact that they can just do that and be like, yeah, that's what's happening right now.
So I think we just needed to get a little Spidey rant out.
Yeah, go buy Spiderman.
Go buy Spiderman.
Yeah, subscribe to me on YouTube. That's it. Nothing else you gotta do. You got a list of shit. Fuck that off.
Go watch Videodrome.
Yes.
And then play Spider-Man to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Make you feel like everything is real and everything's okay.
It is a comfort. And to be fair, so it's not like when I say Chris is further than me, it's not like I haven't played it.
No.
I've sat down and played it like 3 or 4 times now for a couple hours each time. And it's so nice to just swing around as Spider-Man that I forget to do the story.
That's it.
And your map is covered in collectibles. You don't have to fucking trigger it by going to a certain location and weird shit. Like, it's not like fucking Legend of Zelda. It's like, here is everything. You want to get it? Go get it.
It's great. Like, you can get lost for hours.
Exactly right.
There's usually, for myself, like sometimes there's like an hour break in between missions because I've gone to go there and then, there's a crime.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a backpack.
I had my mate Lucas over the other night, and we chased pigeons for like 2 hours.
Nice.
Let's go all the pigeons. Just because it's like, this is fun. Yeah.
As one does.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that, I think we've reached the end of the episode. Really,
we have. Yeah, that is that has been Videodrome.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you for suggesting Videodrome of all.
It's been my pleasure. It's been really good. Yeah.
This was so good to revisit this.
Yeah.
And to finally, we've watched a good movie.
Yes, it's true. The curse is broken.
It's done it.
Yeah. When you asked me, I was hesitant.
I kind of imagined you would be just a little bit. It's like, what is he going to make me fucking watch this time?
A lot of stuff's been going on.
So, Paul's usually the one who gives off all the socials, so I can't remember them at this very moment. You know our name. Go to Instagram. Go to Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram.
Into the Minds of Madness. Listen to us and download it on ItMumPod on Libsyn. Email us, because no one does.
What's the email address?
Mate, fucking, who knows? No one knows. I mean, that's why we don't know.
I'd fucking email you guys just to fuck with you.
Yeah. you gotta pop our Gmail cherry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm going to assume it's itmompod@gmail.com.
You know what? Very good chance.
Yeah?
There's an incredibly good chance that's that. let me know in case I don't hear anything.
Have you forgotten a social media by any chance? Have you forgotten to list one?
No, I think we've then got Facebook, we've got Instagram.
ItMomPod also on YouTube.
Hey, well, we didn't talk about that.
It's not a lie.
There are episodes on YouTube. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Yeah. Placeholder, rain check, all that sort of stuff. Play the technical difficulty sound right now. But yeah, again, Logan, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for watching Videodrome with me.
Oh yeah, pleasure. Thank you for having me over in my house.
Yeah.
And as always,
rest in horror.
No, it's got to be a good little catchphrase. It's got to be a little play on words.
The motherfucking flesh thing. Do something with that.
And as always, rest in the new flesh.
Yes. Catchphrase, always the same.
We've always said that.
Yeah.
And it's always been the same thing. And I'd like to see someone prove me otherwise.
You've become the video word made flesh.
I am the video word made flesh.
Now that you are the video word made flesh, you know what you have to do. You turn against Videodrome. You use the weapons they've given you to destroy them. Death to Videodrome. Long live the new flesh.
Death to Videodrome. Long live the new flesh.